And welcome to Mostly Satisfactory, where I bumble and stumble my way through this incredibly complex but immensely satisfying and beautiful game, which focuses on automation. And in the last episode, I did a lot of work on my new base, where we rebuilt a semi-automated power production facility. At the expense of the old base's power production facility. And so my goal today is to power the old base from here using the new power system. But what I'm doing now is I also came to realize is that the power production from the hub isn't connected to the new power network that I created last episode. So I'm connecting those internally here like this, and now my entire power production. Hey kiddo. Yep. My entire power production network is fully connected, or so I think. I mean, I'm still relatively new to this, so we'll see how it goes. So the goal here is I want to power the old base and get production moving there until we can replicate it over here. But the main goal is to basically fire up the coal power plant that we built. And we've brought coal into the area using a conveyor belt, and so we have all the pieces in place except really water. I mean, we're near a little lake. I still have some apprehension about using that lake simply because I don't know how the water physics work in this world. So, in Minecraft using the create mod, they use a lot of water, but I can actually... the mechanisms in that mod make it possible for me to actually drain water from the world, right? Depending on the size of the water source and what I'm doing. So I don't know if there's a similar... I don't know if I want to run through that little... Hold on. The existing power line actually already goes pretty much part of the way where I want it, so I think I'll just branch off of this. Anyway, so I'm just worried or concerned that there might be a similar dynamic here, because the water source I have, it's a pond, really. It's not an inland sea or anything like that. So if there is a mechanic that basically uses up water, I'm afraid that I might drain the pond before I make much more than a megawatt. So we'll see how that goes. My suspicion is it won't, but that's an educated guess at best. So these power poles can stretch an incredibly long distance. Tried to connect to the space elevator for power again, but okay. So now the old base, or what's remaining of it, is back in production. Change this to copper sheets, because we will need copper sheets to make pipe. And I'm kind of curious as to where my other doggo went. I have two. Got one at the new base, but since I started taking stuff apart on the old base, the second doggo is MIA. So That takes a lot of storage to move. And this I can probably move now. Okay. Don't need this. Okay. This will also get me, we're back to producing the powered plating or whatever it is because that I need for the next phase. I'll just grab some copper here, or drop off some copper. Switch back to wire. And let's go lay some pipe. 79 should do it, I hope. If not, I can manually make more copper, and I've just grabbed, more copper pipe, and I just grabbed a bunch of copper. So I think I have everything I need, except maybe concrete. Drop off this. Yeah, I have plenty of concrete, I think. So let's just get rid of this last little bit in my inventory, clear up some space. There we go. Whee! So, one of the things I'm thinking about now is the next basic material I want to find a node for. I'm assuming there's a node for it. Is silicon, right? That'll allow me to start creating the electronic parts, which I don't have the technology to do that yet, but I do have the technology to make windows, and I need silicon for that. So I'd really like to. I see something that's red. What's red? Oh, the coal power plant. Duh. Yeah, that's, of course it's red. It's not connected to water or coal. So, hey kid. Okay, so over here where all these power junctions are, and it's highly, highly dangerous, I will go ahead and set up my storage, my little weird storage. I'm not quite sure if there's a front or a back to these chests, because they don't really open, per se. Okay, let's move all the weird stuff out of my inventory. The stuff that's not immediately potentially useful. My 2 nukes. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at this pond. Oh, I see more water over to the left. Okay. So, if this pond starts getting drained, I have some relatively nearby water sources that we can try to bolster this pond. It's a pretty little pond. Ooh, these cattail reed things are leaves. Okay. So, water extractor. Looks kind of like a big pool toy. And I'm trying to line it up on the world axis. It doesn't look like I have the ability to use the command to force it to line up. But we'll use our trick. We'll go here. I'm facing directly east. And then we'll rotate this until it's perpendicular to me. And it's blue, so let's get these reeds out of the way before, well, everything actually, before I cover them up with a piece of equipment. Yes, I know I still would prefer not to have to, do so much damage to the environment, because it is a pretty beautiful planet, or at least this section of the planet is beautiful. But, like you said, I do need biomass. And here it is. So. Okay. It should be enough. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Facing due east. This is perpendicular. Machine's blue. Engage.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
As always, words to live by our helpful AI. Yeah. So now we gotta run power to the pump. And find an empty power connection. Like that one. And in theory, my pump is pumping. I'm guessing. Educated guess. But it would make sense. The question is, if it's pumping, is it like squirting water out the sides, or because that's what happens is you activate a pump. Okay, it's moving. It's here. I hear stuff. Where's the water? Ooh. Yeah. I turned this puppy the wrong way. So, back to what I was doing before, but let's turn the output actually facing the direction I want. Line up on E. Bingo. Okay, so now the power and there we go. Let's see if it starts squirting out water. Okay. Okay, it's filling up. Good. Taking a long time to fill up. Okay. Let's bring in a pipe then. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back to the base. And grab some fuel on the way. What I want to do is set up the pipe from... Oh yeah, first of all, let's drop off this all this biomaterial. Did I get some? Yeah, I got a little wood. Okay. So, I need some biofuel of my own. I'll just take the whole stack, I guess. And then give some back. Okay. Now I can work my chainsaw. If I have to. Here's our coal power plant. Let's go over it. Because I need to run the pipe, and I think I'm going to run it on this side of the coal power plant. So there's the pipe connection. And I assume it's a lot like a conveyor belt, right? So logistics, pipeline. Yeah. And then I just want... No, not up. I want it to go sideways. Oh, I had it a second. It's like trying to control a slinky, which is a lot easier said than done. I had a blue one, but it wasn't... I wanted to point 180 degrees, not that way. Okay, build noodle horizontal to vertical. No. Mode auto 2D. That looks better, but still, okay. I think what I need to do is, instead of trying to freeform it, I think I need to set up like a pipe support system, and then it will connect to the pipe support system. This whole freestyle thing is just not going to cut it. Oh, almost went too far. Okay, so in the middle of... Oh, it is pipeline support. So this thing, if I turn it like this, smack dab in the middle of the foundation, now I think it'll be easier to make a clean connection, right? So I go to pipe, and I start from the power plant to this. Clean.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note: water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
I don't think that'll be much of a problem, because the pond that I'm pumping out of is slightly uphill from here, right? So that, you know, pumping up is not a problem, because we don't need to. Now, trying to keep this clean and organized. Okay, I can line up the pipe support. I'll get an indicator when it lines up. It's just like that. Okay. I wonder if I can line it up and then line it up vertically, right? I wonder if it continues to show me when I'm at the same height. Okay, so there's that. And no, it doesn't give me any indicator. It looks right, but I don't know. That's as high as it goes. So let's see this. So back to pipe. Oh, yep. Okay, I mean, that looks good so far. Looks straight. Okay, I can still see the lineup indicator, so that's good. Always the wrong. But I can see it's going up at an angle. So, kind of like the conveyors, it's going to be really hard to keep this level. Well, won't be quite as clean and neat as I would hope for, but do the best I can, I guess. Well, I'm less than halfway to my pump by my guess, and I'm just under halfway with my copper pipe materials. Right? Okay, now I'm at about half. A little over half, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough copper sheeting. I guess you can't build on top of a rock. I can clip everything else in this environment, but I can't clip a rock. Okie dokie. I'm not getting the lineup indicator. Might be too far away. There we go. So, okay. Now I got to go up. That's the challenge here. That is the challenge. I might just have to set a support up top and connect it, and then connect it directly that way, too. And the pipeline junction is only for north, south, east, west, not up and down. And I don't see any other lift. I see a conveyor lift, which I haven't figured out how to work either, but and it looks like I want my pipeline support to be right where this power pole is. Of course. Okay. So we just move the power pole slightly. Like so. Okay. And now we go back to a regularly scheduled program. I don't think I'm going to get an indicator for this, so I need to just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be high, because it already is high. Let's see if this works. Pipeline. Yeah, okay, that works. Works for me at least. Works for the system. For some of you pros, this might be painful to watch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Doing the best I can. Okay. I think I should probably start working my way from the pump. And I would normally go straight for right angles, but you know, it's already not as clean as I want, so I'll just try to minimize the number of bends and try to keep the individual pipe sections as straight as I can get them. There's the indicator. Really? Am I that far away already? Probably gonna need to raise this one up a little bit. There we go, straight on. And it should be enough. Now let's just connect the pieces. One, two, and wouldn't you know it, just one copper sheeting. One. I'm only down by one to finish this. Okay. Extremely painful. Extremely painful. Oh. I mean, I might have noticed that there was a yellow slug up there before, but I just noticed again. So. Okay, thanks. So, copper sheeting, let's... I mean, I'm gonna probably need more anyway, so... just make what I got. Make what I can. Because I have plenty of wire. And let's make the spitter protein and make a DNA capsule. Throw it in my ticket machine. Bloop. Okay. And let's grab some coal and see how much of this we can put into the coal power plant. So that as soon as we connect the water, I think everything's would be ready to go, right? I mean, to start. Can I put more in? 100 coal. 15 per minute. That's one coal every 4 seconds. That's a lot of coal. So we'll be tearing through that at breakneck speed. So now we can make our pipe. So I need to know the support is a question. No, I don't think so. Okay. I should be moving. Oh, yeah, I see on the side of the pipeline there is an animation going on like it's pumping. That's making a lot of noise. And there it is. It's got the green light. Okay, so let's look at the what the network says. 160 capacity. That is... Isn't that what it was before? $195 capacity. Producing 75. Okay. I mean, it's better. I thought it would have been more. So we need some space. What we want to do is I want to set up a storage container going into the power plant, and that could fill up with extra reserves to act as a buffer for fuel, right? So if at some point, once that buffer fills up, I can disrupt the flow a little bit, and it won't disrupt the flow of the coal power plant. So, but now this is what we need, well, moved all the coal into, but now I need to set up the conveyor. The existing conveyor needs to connect to this. So let's see. Just kind of extend this out all the way. I don't have enough plates. Well, there's only one place for plates. One plate for plates. Let's see. It's been producing for a little while, so I should have some plates available. We'll grab some more of this biomass on the way. And there's a big ugly fellow, a buff. Look at that, didn't take any damage. I mean, it's only taken me, what, 11, 12 hours to get to this point. If at first you don't succeed, keep trying until you do. Okay, so let's grab some plates. This is the rod machine. And, whoa, I don't have a whole lot of spare plates. And this machine has just a few. I mean, normally this all gets kind of gummed up a bit and there's stacks of plates to choose from. But actually everything seems to be running much more efficiently than it ever has in the past. So this is smart plating. There we go. I thought I called it powered plating, but it's smart plating. Okay, I think what I need to do is just run off of a bunch of iron ingots and make my own. Or I guess I'll just run off of a bunch of iron and make my own. I don't know. That's pretty much really my only option. I can't see. There's nothing here, I think, that's going to get me where I need to be otherwise. I can turn this machine off maybe and let it stack up. I'm thinking to grabbing the iron and just do it manually. I mean, at this point, everything is automated, but there are times when manual will come in handy. Okay, that's still working. So, let's just do it that way then. Okie dokie, let's drop off the vegetation. Again, I got 11 wood. Didn't I get 11 last time? Is that just the magic number? Am I living in the Matrix? Was there a glitch in the Matrix? Okay, hey kiddo. Whoa. I'm sure that's valuable. So drop it in La Maquina. Let's see what it does. So one of the things I had mentioned, I think in the last episode, is this idea of how to set up the assembly of stuff. Now, I got two thoughts, right? One, they seem to be asked for different stuff. You know, I'm asked to create, items A, B, and C, and I create A, B, and C, and then it asks for items D, E, and F, and I gotta make those. So where I'm coming from is my immediate reaction would be to kind of set up a generic assembly system to where I have a production line set up, and then when they tell me I need to make something else, I just go in and change the production recipes in each of the machines, and now it's, we're retooled to make the new item. But the way things have been going, I suspect once they ask me to start creating something, they're going to expect me to continue creating that forever. So then the other plan, which I think might be the one I actually have to go for eventually, is that instead of having a generic production line and changing production as needed, I just need to keep expanding my production so that I'm always producing everything. And along those lines, that's probably why they gave me this awesome sink, because they're going to encourage me, or maybe railroad me into making everything all the time, but then they understand that then I'm going to have times when I'm just, up to my eyeballs in a given item, and so it might make sense to give me an avenue to channel all that stuff into something useful, right? Not a particularly elegant solution, but I get it, and We'll see. But anyhow, that's something I've been thinking about as I've been working through all this. We'll see how it goes. Okay, now we're on foundation, so that everything would be nice and straight. And, you know, this appeals to my inner OCD. And this doesn't. Okay, so I need to come down off of this foundation. And conveyor lift. So, see, I don't see how I can get this. To me, it looks like it does lift, but from the same direction. I need it to lift. Like it's turning the production back on itself. Can I twist this thing around? Because what I want is I want to lift it, but keep moving in the same direction, not go back the other way. Okay, I know this will probably work. That'll look ugly. That doesn't look so bad. Oh, well there you go. Now I gotta make sure that this last little lip is straight, which there's no mechanism to make that exact. I just have to eyeball it, which I hate that. I hate that. Now my OCD's screaming. Okay, now I think I have enough space here to turn around. Or maybe we can go a little bit further out. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's definitely right angle, and yes, I'm facing due west, and it's lined up. So I mean that's something. Of course, it's going up and down, following the contour of the land, and I don't think I'm going to be able to like cleanly put in a support that looks good. Nope. Nope. That's a lost cause. Okay. So maybe this is where we connect the two. Oh, it's further away than I thought. Okay. Let's make this right angle. And it doesn't quite line up the way I would hoped, but we'll fix it eventually. But it's connected for now, and we can kill this off. So now we should be running coal directly to our coal power plant. Drop this stuff off. I just want to make sure everything's okay with that pond, because if I'm draining it, it might be drained already. And can I jump over this? Yep, or I can jump on it. The pond looks as full as it ever was, so okay. I think we're good. Can I control this? Okay, I think it just kind of works on autopilot, so nothing left to do here. This water does look a little deep there, so maybe this is some type of spring-fed dealy. And what happened? Oh, I just bounced off the giraffe flea penguin thingy. Okay. So we are... Oh, here it comes. I was going to say, whew, if this thing's burning coal faster than I'm pumping it in, but it wasn't quite pumping in yet, so there we go. So this power situation, right? Now it's showing 160 again. I think I still have a disconnect in my network, is what I think. I should be producing a whole lot more power than this. Because when I come over here and look at this, see, it's producing 195. If I have 160 and 195, that tells me I have two different networks. So I need to connect. Yeah, if you just look at the row, the left side and the right side aren't connected at all. I just need to find two of these poles that have open connections, like so, or like so, or like so. That one actually works. Okay. So now let's get out of here and look at my power situation. 160 still. 3. Okay, it's updated. So 350. This is what I would have expected, right? This makes more sense. So I have plenty of power for the foreseeable future. So then the next step would be thinking about production. Right now, the inputs for the space elevator are directly behind me, so I think production kind of needs to line up right here. But I'm trying to think. This goes back to what I just said a minute ago. You know, do I set up a production line that I can keep changing as needed, or is this the time to start thinking about how I set up everything permanently, with the understanding that eventually I'll be creating everything at once, and that it just expands from there. Now what am I? Oh, I'm running out of iron plates again. So the best way to make iron plates is automatically. So let's see if we can't like shut down my iron plate consumption for a little bit so they can stack up. So, just go to where the iron plates go. Oh, there's my other doggo, I think. I'm assuming that's mine. Hey, are you mine? Hey, buddy. Oh, Gus. Sorry. Why, they look alike, right? Which is true, they do. So let's bring him back to the base, which is painful. Can you go fast? I wonder if he can go fast. He seems to get stuck on all sorts of stuff. Let's try an experiment. First of all, I forgot to turn off the plate consumption, so I want it to stack up while I'm running around with the... Oh. I did. Okay. Man, am I drifty. Where'd the dog go? Oh, there he is. So, he kept up with me when I ran. So let's run instead of walking. And he's keeping up with me fairly well. Just don't let anything block his line of sight. That always throws him for a loop. Like that. Oh boy. Come on, kiddo. You lost some in the grass. Come on. No, don't hide behind the... you goof. There we go. Trying to get him to come out from behind the pole, and he's just hiding behind it. There we go. Yeah. Come on. Okay, let's go up the gently sloping side of this rock. Come here, kiddo. Okay, let's go. Yep, there he is. I don't think you can open the door. I might have or go through it. Or I was wrong. You can go through the door. There you go. Come here. Come here. I'm kind of hoping it's since it's such a pain in the butt to get you in here. Maybe it's a huge pain in the butt for you to accidentally get out. Okay. Oh, circuit board. Into La Machina. There you go. Oh, and the engine things. Okay. Need more plates. And we got some hog protein. Didn't need to put those in there. Take those out. Oh, okay. And I had some wood, right? A little bit. Wasn't 11. Okay, so it's not. There is no mysterious pattern. The coal line isn't constantly moving, so I am able to keep up with my consumption just fine. So now I'm wondering if I should not start working at moving materials from this base to the other base. So that what I mean, it's two different things. One, I gotta move this production and the stuff we're producing. Two, turn this back on, right? Yep. So grab more plates, and there we go. So I want to. All this stuff has got to go bye-bye at some point, but also at some point I need to replicate what I've done with the coal, which is, you know, we will extract from all the nodes here and then start moving that material back to the new base. But then, you know, the question is, like, do I just move like the ore and the limestone directly to the new base and then process it? Or do I do some processing, like, say, ingots, and then transport the ingots over? And I'm kind of leaning toward that, right? Because I did move to where there's a lot more space, but it's not infinite space. And so if I can kind of distribute processing to different parts of the world, you know, pre-process certain materials before I bring it over here, that might make more sense. But and having a power cable running right through the line of automation is probably not a good idea. I'm sure there's an OSHA regulation around against that. So before I can expand my factory floor, I didn't realize there was wood there. Okay. Might want to clear out this space a bit. Wow, that's a lot of wood. A lot of wood. Oop. Let it do its job. Okay, I think that frees up the approach, so we can lay down foundations. Looking at the time, it's probably too late in the day to start moving production just yet, but I think we can add some more foundations. Never too late to add foundations. Okay. And it's much easier to lay down foundations from on high. Like so. What we want to do here is to give myself just a little bit more space in the admin core. Everything's way too crowded. Need a flat roof. Architecture, okay. Now we need to move the safety railing, which I hop over accidentally all the time, so it's not particularly effective as safety railing. There we go. Now we, not that, knock out these walls. And now we can move stuff like the awesome sink, which isn't doing anything at the moment, so make sure. Yeah, it's done. And make sure get these tickets. Because I don't know if they stay in the system if I move this thing. I got 31 tickets, so I don't want them to go to waste. Okay, so that, and that, and that. Awesome sink. Yep, that's it. Line it up. Creatures in the way. Doggo. There we go. Moves the dog. Move the sink as close to the corner as I can get it. Bring the doggo out away from the sink. Okay, that's good. And then we move our storage container to line up with it. Like so. And then back it up a little bit. Close as I can get it. Connect them. Okay. Move the awesome shop closer to the awesome sink. Now we can move the ma'am, which is out in the middle of everything, and move it over here to the side. It's backwards. There we go. Move it back against the wall a little bit. I think that's better. But it's awfully dark in here. So maybe what we can do here is let's open up the middle. I'll put rails up there, but mostly for looks because I can easily fall down. I think that's better. We get a little light and air in here. A little light air as opposed to heavy air. Let's see. Oh, these rails gotta go bye-bye. That set stays. Okay. I think that's a lot better. And I think that is pretty much it, right? There's still a lot to do, obviously. I sure hope the dogs can't open the door. There's still a lot to do. But obviously I can't get it all done now. We can maybe add some more foundations, but I think we'll need these foundations for sure, but I will have to think about what I want to do in terms of an assembly line. So up to this point, I've kind of been not asking for spoilers, but I think at this point I would ask that if you're a veteran of this game and you're obviously further along than I am, why don't you give me a shout out in the comments about what you think about this whole assembly line quandary I'm up against, right? Am I going to need to just make everything in copious amounts, which is what I suspect? Or can I get away with the idea of a single assembly line that I can reconfigure on the fly as needed, right? It might be that it's it's kind of both, right? I could create everything, but then have a single assembly line that leads into the space elevator, which I reconfigure as needed. I don't know. It's hard to plan ahead if you're not quite sure where you're going, right? So that's my problem right now. I really don't like having a power cable at eye level running across here. So I want to move all this. They're connected. Not quite what I wanted. Now it's at the same level. That should be level. That's what I wanted. Connect that. Connect this. Connect those. I can kill this. And that. I'll need to reconnect it on the inside. Like here. So this connects to that. Really? Seriously? Oh. Okay. I think we're good now. Let's 355. Yeah, okay. We're all back in line. That was probably something that was 100% preventable, and I should have seen my way. Should have anticipated it. Throw in the leaves. Throw in the wood. And that, I think, is about all she wrote for this time around. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining me on today's adventure. I think it was productive. I think we're one step closer to being if not an adult in the Satisfactory space, maybe a teenager in the Satisfactory space. So before I go, I'd like to thank my channel members. They're awesome, and of course, I don't want to neglect my subscribers. You guys are awesome too, and we are inching closer to the magic number 1,000. So thank you for that. I could really use your support with that. And they lined this back up. Okay, good. So thank you, everyone. I hope until next time, this finds you in good health, good spirits, and perhaps a touch of good fortune. Cheers.